students, how are you doing? Today's lesson is going to be really interesting. Today I am going to explain to you lesson number 2, Daydreams, from the Standard 5 English Balbharati textbook. So what are we waiting for? Let's get started. The name of the lesson is Daydreams. Now what do you mean by daydreams? Daydreams are pleasant thoughts, fantasies that come to your mind when you are awake. You are lost in thoughts, and these pleasant thoughts, these fantasies are called daydreams. Once there lived a couple who spent a lot of time in idle talk. Whenever we narrate a story, usually we start by saying once or once upon a time. It means long ago, in the past. There lived a couple. Couple means a pair. Here, a couple means the husband and the wife, who spent a lot of time in idle talk. Idle talk means useless talk, purposeless talk. So, once upon a time, long ago, there lived a husband and a wife who spent a lot of time in useless talk. One day, the husband said, "I've always wanted to keep cows." Always wanted means I've desired to keep cows. If by chance I get some extra money from somewhere, I'm going to buy a few cows. If by chance means accidentally. Okay, when something is not planned, we say that it happened by chance. For example, you can say, I met my friend on the plane by chance. Means you have not planned to meet, you just met accidentally. So by chance means accidentally. I get some extra money from somewhere. Extra money means more money, additional money. I am going to buy a few cows. Going to. Now we use going to when we intend to do something in the future. When we have planned something for the future. For example, you can say, I'm going to watch or I'm going to see a film tomorrow. I'm going to do homework tonight. I'm going to buy a few cows. Means I've planned to buy a small number of cows. But that means a lot of work. The wife says that means a plenty of effort, plenty of labor. You have to feed the cows, walk them, bathe them, milk them. Cows need a lot of looking after. So what's that lot of work? You have to feed the cows, you have to give food to the cows, walk them, you have to take the cows for eating grass, for pasture, bathe them, means you have to wash them, you have to give them a bath. Now bath, B-A-T-H, bath is noun, and bathe, B-A-T-H-E, bathe, mark the pronunciation, bathe. Bathe is a verb. You have to bathe the cows, means you have to wash the cows, give them a bath, milk them. Cows need a lot of looking after, means cows need proper care. One cow would be enough. The wife further says that one cow would be sufficient. There's no need to buy more cows. So the wife says that there's no need to buy more cows. It's not necessary to buy more cows. Only one cow would be sufficient, would be enough. Now students, you might have heard a lot of times from your mom, there's no need to go outside. You have to do your homework. So there's no need to play. Similarly, the wife says to her husband, there's no need to buy more cows. Only one cow would suffice. But think of all the milk we'll get if we buy more, said the husband. So the husband says to his wife, think, just imagine, just figure the amount of milk we'll get if we buy more cows. So the husband meant to say that if we buy more cows, we'll get more amount of milk. That's true, the wife agreed. Now the wife has the same opinion as well. There will be so much milk that we can even have plenty of dahi and butter and ghee. So the wife further says that if we have more cows, we'll have more milk. And with that milk, we can make dahi, that's curd. When milk coagulates, you get dahi, that's curd. And butter. When you churn cream, you get butter. And ghee is clarified butter. So the wife says that if we have more cows, we'll have plenty of milk, and from that milk we can make dahi, butter and ghee. Wouldn't it be lovely? Means wouldn't it be great? Wouldn't it be lovely? And after that there's an exclamation mark. Now we put an exclamation mark when we express a strong emotion like happiness, sadness, anger, excitement, etc. How lucky that I have all these earthen pots kept aside. So the wife further says that I am really lucky that I already have these earthen pots kept aside, kept at one side. Earthen pots are pots made of baked clay. I'll use one of the pots for milk, one for dahi, one for butter. I'll use one of the pots. I have a certain number of pots, so from that I'll use one pot, one of the pots. So when I say one of the books, I mean I have a certain number of books, and from that one book. One of the pens, I have certain number of pens, from that one pen. So the wife says I have a certain number of pots, from that one of the pots I'll use for milk, one for dahi and one for butter. The ghee I'll put in another jar. Jar is a cylindrical container used especially for storing food. And I'll use this remaining pot to send milk to my sister. Remaining means not yet used. So the wife says, and I'll use this remaining pot to send milk to my sister. Send milk to your sister? Send milk to your sister, and then there's an exclamation mark. The husband is really upset. He's not happy when his wife says that she'll send milk to her sister. Who said you could send milk to your sister? Again, there's an exclamation mark. So this is not a question. This is an expression of anger. The husband means to say that you're not allowed to send milk to your sister. He's unhappy about it. There will be plenty of milk if we have so many cows. Why shouldn't I send it to my sister? Now they have started quarreling. The wife says that there will be lots of milk if we have so many cows. And when there's plenty of milk, what's the problem if I send some milk to my sister? Because we are going to sell it in the market. That's why. The husband gives the reason. He says that we are going to earn money from it. We are going to sell the milk in the market. I will decide what to do with all that milk. I will decide how the milk will be used. And not a drop of it goes to your sister, remember. And there's again an exclamation mark. The husband warns his wife that she is not allowed to send even a drop of milk to her sister. I'll see how you can stop me from sending a pot full of milk to my dear sister. The wife is really angry. She says to her husband that you'll not be able to stop me from sending a pot full of milk to my sister. I do all the hard work running after the cows, so naturally I will decide what happens to the milk. I do all the hard work, I do all the drudgery, all the labor running after the cows, and so naturally I have the right to decide how the milk will be used. Just try stopping me. She means to say that you can't stop me, the wife exclaimed. The wife declared her thoughts. She exclaimed. She shouted. The quarrel goes further. Is that so? Shouted the husband. The husband shouted. That's what you think you're going to do? Watch this then. Look what I'm going to do now. He began to lift and smash the earthen pots one by one. To smash means to violently break into pieces. So he lifted the earthen pots one by one and smashed them. Now the earthen pots are made of baked clay. So if you smash them, naturally they are going to break into pieces. His wife began to scream. his wife uttered a loud cry. Gopal Bhand, who was passing by, heard all the commotion and rushed inside. Gopal Bhand, he lived in that village, and as he was passing by the house, as he was moving past his house, he heard all the commotion. He heard all the tumult, the bustle, and he rushed into the house. He quickly moved into the house. When he heard what had happened, he picked up a stout stick that stood in a corner and began to swish it through the air and pound it on the floor. So when Gopal Bhand heard the whole story, he picked up a sturdy stick. A sturdy stick means a firm stick that stood in a corner, that was kept in a corner. And he began to swish the stick through the air. To swish means to move with a hissing sound or rushing sound, and pound it on the floor. So he took the stick and started swishing it through the air, and he pounded the stick. He banged, he hit the stick on the floor. The husband and wife were both astounded to see his antics. The husband and wife were astounded, means they were startled. They were amazed to see his antics. Antics means pranks, his foolish behavior. "What are you doing?" they inquired. The husband and wife inquired means they asked Gopal Bhand, "What are you doing?" They were really amazed. They were startled by his foolish behavior. "Move aside," said Gopal Bhand. "I have to drive away your greedy cows." So Gopal Bhand says that, "You be on one side, because I have to drive away your greedy cows. I have to make your cows go away. You have let them wander, and now they have ruined my field of beans and cucumbers. You have let your cows roam. You have let your cows roam in my field, and now they have ruined, they have destroyed my field of beans and cucumbers." Cucumber is a vegetable. You use it in salads. So mark the pronunciation. It's not cucumber or cucumber, it's cucumber. Cucumber. "Oh, my lovely field of beans and cucumbers. You have let your cows loose, and they have destroyed my field of beans and cucumbers. Oh, my lovely field of beans and cucumbers." "But you don't have a field of beans and cucumbers," said the husband. So the husband said to Gopal Bhand that you don't have a field of beans and cucumbers. As soon as he said that, Gopal Bhand stopped wielding the stick and looked at him with raised eyebrows. So as soon as the husband said that, Gopal Bhand stopped wielding the stick. He stopped swinging the stick. He stopped shaking the stick, and he looked at the husband questioningly with raised eyebrows. The husband and wife understood what he was trying to tell them. The husband and wife understood what what message Gopal Bhand wanted to convey them through his foolish behavior. Can you tell what he wanted to say? Students, can you tell what Gopal Bhand wanted to say to the couple? Now I'll say what I think Gopal Bhand wanted to say to the couple, but before that, you just pause the video and let me know in the comment box, according to you, what you think that Gopal Bhand wanted to say to the husband and wife. Gopal Bhand wanted to say to the husband and wife that they should live in the present. They should not argue over their daydreams. They should not fight over something that they don't have in actual. Students, I hope you found this lesson useful. Do like, share, comment and subscribe. Happy learning. Have a nice day.